Manifestation is happening within you unconsciously.
Correct.
The subconscious algorithm is manifesting. If you want to consciously manifest, then there is no other alternative, because the subconscious algorithm is already set in motion. The truth is, if you are really successful entrepreneur, then most probably innately you are spiritual. Spirituality teaches this ability to experience your own excellence.
Guruji, what is the role of spirituality in entrepreneurship?
Entrepreneurship needs leadership. Entrepreneurship needs conviction on your own capabilities. Entrepreneurship needs vision. Entrepreneurship gives a continuous, constant challenge to your mind through various chaotic situations. Entrepreneurship is actually the epitome of cognitive evolution, according to me. Anybody who is cognitively more matured will generally establish a better success company. Now, if you are not that cognitively developed, then most probably your company also is not that developed. Fundamental bedrock of spirituality is cognitive evolution. You might have not seen any spiritually awakened being who has properly practiced spirituality not being cognitively efficient. Moreover, not only in entrepreneurship, you have to understand one thing: whether in entrepreneurship or in life, what you need is clear thought. What you need is a mind which is focused on its own capabilities, on its own conviction that I can succeed, then on the challenges at hand. Now, developing such a mind is the prerequisite to begin spirituality.
Okay. But if in this case, there are two things which I want to ask. First is the clarity of thought. Not everybody has the clarity of becoming an entrepreneur. And second thing is, does every entrepreneur is already awakened, or the process of being an entrepreneur makes them awakened?
The process of being an entrepreneur actually awakens you in some ways, or at least in 50% of the ways. The truth is, if you are really successful entrepreneur, then most probably innately you are spiritual. That's very important.
It's knowingly or unknowingly?
Unknowingly.
Okay.
Unknowingly. Now, spirituality has two dimensions to it. One is you having that competency or capability within you to execute or vision, to have a vision and to execute it and to materialize that in your life. Spirituality is a step beyond that, that not only you have the capability or the competency, but you need to know how to scale it or multiply it in other people. So, a successful entrepreneur is a true entrepreneur. There are lucky entrepreneurs. Right. My father is an entrepreneur, so I am sitting on the chair like that. But true struggling people who struggled and then have reached rags to riches stories, right, they all have clear thought within them. They all have vision. They know how to naturally create a vision. They know how to naturally manifest it or sustain it and materialize that in their life. Now, why do you think that's coming in? Because they are believing more on their own conviction than on their challenges. Right. What really happens is, I will give you this example because my favorite, and it should be your favorite also, because if you experience what I'm trying to say, then it will be good. Now, if I just say, now look there and there is a snake, you will look there and say, where is the snake?
Right.
But if I really show you, real 100%, you find a snake there, even if it is non-poisonous, you cannot concentrate talking to me now.
I'll freak out.
Yeah. The presence or the gravity, the snake gravitates your focus on fear. After that, all your other systems shut down. In the same fashion, when your cognition, your mind gravitates on challenges more, problems more, automatically all other functions within you shut off, and that is the reason why we are not able to bring that strength to execute or experience that excellence within us. Spirituality teaches this.
Okay.
Ability to experience your own excellence. That is the fundamentality. If you understand, spirituality is far ahead. The beginning of spirituality if you are developing a stable, focused mind day by day, if you are more centered within you, day by day, you are experiencing that incremental growth of being centered within you. Day by day, you are experiencing absolutely clear thought or a clear mind in an absolute chaotic situation. Then you are just beginning in the path of spirituality.
Okay. But how does one come to know that they're spiritually awakened?
Spiritually awakened, you don't have to come to know. You have to understand one thing. Knowing that you are spiritually awakened is actually more foolish. You have to understand one thing. When somebody is successful, the people around and the situation tells them they are successful. But then the people who are truly successful are already looking up to something else. Now somebody created a unicorn. Now every startup will say, oh, you are a successful person. But then that unicorn is now trying to scale up and try to be, 5 times, 10 times. You understand what I'm trying to say? That's not the success is not an end of a journey. How can you know that you are spiritually awakened? When you are not impacted by the happenings of life, and when you are only consistently motivated by the experience of being better than your best. Fundamentally, you are infinitely capable, but manifested as a finite capability. Now I will tell you. You are your body.
Right.
You are having a mind. You are also having a subconscious mind. Now the subconscious mind is running your life, your body and everything in you. You are consciously, you are perceiving large amount of data. These days we put advanced cameras and try to picture some data, then a lot of memory, GB, exhausted. Okay, but you not only have eyes as your camera, your ears, your skin and everything is, while you're talking to me, your skin is pursuing this experience of the environment.
Right.
Your hearing, your list. So enormous amount of data is being procured by your conscious mind.
Correct.
And trying to funnel it down into one specific understanding and trying to think and naturally through the power of your own subconscious mind. All this is happening. Now you tell me, don't you think this is infinite? You are having this infinite capability to run your liver, kidney, pancreas, heart, all organs. So many organs you have. All of it simultaneously you run, while simultaneously consciously uptake so much of data, GBs of data, TBs of data through various ports called 5 sensory organs.
Correct.
Process them, understand them, visualize them, apply them, and your subconscious mind immediately contests, no, this is what my belief system is, this is what I'm thinking, this is what this happens, and you get autonomously thoughts and questions and also parallel collateral thoughts. When I'm talking something, you listen. When anybody talks to you, you have a parallel collateral thinking happening to you simultaneously. Don't you think you are that super computer that who can process all this, that power? Are you just, this computer is outside, you are that power, computational power, yes or no?
Right.
Now it's infinite computational power to run your body, to think, to act and all this is that. If you see that power, see, you're talking to me, suddenly you find your relative, your demeanor, your movement, your talk, everything changes. You find your friend, everything changes. Now your ability to change from person to person, situation to situation and compute it and think all about it, it's actually infinite if you are understanding. It's so powerful. It's so powerful. Computational capability is infinite.
Right.
But it is only presented through, though it is absolutely powerful, super computational capability you are, only one file at a time is visible.
Why is it?
Why? Because you are operating through a very finite expressive system.
Okay.
Don't you think so? You are the infinite capability to run your whole body, simultaneously talk, simultaneously do many other things. Am I clear with you? Now that infinite computational capability is there, but when you're sitting alone or when you are working. At that time, you are focused on one challenge, and after that, everything else shuts down within your system.
Right.
There are many people who will say, "Na, in an examination hall or an interview, I forgot this, I forgot that." Or people who say, "I have to attend a natural call," and then they write an exam or an interview, then they feel the natural call urge is blocked because they are more focused. When you are more focused on something, every other sympathetic and parasympathetic system shuts off in the system. Why is that so? If you understand one thing, though we function as file after file, we are absolutely infinitely capability within me to continuously manifest, sustain, and even destroy it.
Okay. In that note of manifestation, does manifestation really works?
What do you mean by manifestation? Actually, if you can clarify, because people think manifestation is all about I thinking something and I having the capability to produce it, and when I produce it, it has manifested. That's the original capability to envision something and then manifest it or produce it in reality. But people, manifestation means they will close their eyes and say, I am rich, and that is also a process of manifestation.
Right.
No, that's a process of feeding your computer hard drive, which is already filled with unnecessary data. Now, your subconscious mind is filled with so many data, so much, okay?
Right.
Now, all your childhood experiences, you have experienced something. Now, suddenly you realize you are in scarcity. Then you will close your eyes and say, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. What's happening? There is enormous amount of junk data which has given experience of poverty within you. Now you are adding positive data that I'm rich. But this is not experience. Experience wins or your saying wins. So that is not manifestation. What is manifestation originally? The ancient Sanatana Dharma insisted on this. Everybody has the capability to naturally manifest whatever they want, because that is the reason why, though you are not aware, you're not actually aware of your body functions are happening on its own. Though you like it or not, you will find many rags to riches stories where they will say, I also actually didn't envision myself coming here, but then I have somehow come here. You will find many failure stories also. I was a success story, I started off well, I had a good run, and suddenly something happened in my life, and then there is downfall from there, and I don't know how I ended up here. The truth is, we are all actually already manifesting whatever we can. Now, somebody is good at mathematics, somebody is not good at it. They are actually manifesting their results. Now, there is a subconscious algorithm within you that is making one person rich, one person good in mathematics, one person bad in mathematics, and one person not so rich. You understand? So, you like it, you don't like it, you are actually computationally manifesting everything in your life. Now, you are manifesting your body, your hair, your everything, your talk, everything, your vision, your mission, everything you are manifesting. Now, I want you to understand one thing. Manifestation is happening within you unconsciously.
Correct.
The subconscious algorithm is manifesting. If you want to consciously manifest, then there is no other alternative, because the subconscious algorithm is already set in motion.
Correct.
So you need to contact, or you need to create a subconscious algorithm by the power which is greater than the subconscious algorithm.
And
Makes
that
sense to
power
you?
is?
That power is your own existential reality. You exist. You have a subconscious mind.
Can you give me with an example?
I will tell you example. I want you to understand one thing. If you are having a system within you, like you experience yourself as a computer. Now, this processor is the subconscious system, which is continuously processing and finally giving you end results. Motherboard has to, RAM and everything has to follow the subconscious, the processor. Now, what is on the screen is that you are what is on the intention of the coder? Is that you? Now you are a system.
Correct.
Now imagine there is a system, there is a motherboard, RAM, everything, a processor. The processor is processing. It just process. The motherboard just process the information gathered, handles everything. RAM, everything handles. Now something is displayed on that computer. Now data is displayed. Now is the computer data? No. But is the computer displaying data on its own? Some programmer has done something, and that is the reason why computer is displaying data. Some programmer has done something, that is the reason that computational system happened.
Correct.
Now for the system to work, a programmer or a person is very important. Make sense to you? Now you are a computer, you have this subconscious mind which is continuously creating, manifesting life for you, and you are this other systems in the computer that's continuously reading data, supplying it to the subconscious, and it is giving you commands, and you are displaying it in your life. All this is happening. Now who is this programmer within you?
It's my infinite potential.
Infinite potential.
Right.
Sanatana Dharma insists on this. You are capacity or capability to manifest, sustain and destroy, or in some, you are the capability, competence to actually create. Now when you are aware of that, then you recreate whatever. But if you are not aware, then you continue with the flow. Example, now there is a computer with all this inside, everything. If everything is inside, only then it's called a computer, or else it's a box. So everything inside. Now that good computer in an incompetent hand is actually a TV screen.
Is as good as a black box.
Correct. But that good computer in a competent hand is very good.
Yes.
Can produce some results in the same fashion. Now, though they say you have a body, you have a subconscious mind, you have conscious mind and everything, you are fundamentally that programmer that has already programmed this subconscious mind to function in a specific way. Now you are realizing, oh, this is what I've manifested already. Now I want to remanifest something else. Now, should you continue to only talk to the processor or motherboard, or you should talk to the programmer?
Talk to the programmer.
Programmer. There is a programmer within us, and that is exactly what they say, that programmer is programming. Beginning to experience that programmer is called being centered within you. Now, any entrepreneur, there is a difficulty, the screen is episode, the situation, the screen is live situations that are happening, and his mind is, his processor is actually processing, I am that capability, I'll get out of this situation. For somebody, the screen, the life is very beautiful.
Correct.
They will feel life will be like this only forever, they rest. For somebody, again, it is chaotic. The screen is chaotic. The processor and the system within goes hang. Very difficult. Now I have a very difficulty, I am burdened, I am depressed.
So it's the ability to not able to handle the stress?
Yes, ability, there are two types of abilities. The processor has a ability to process things naturally.
Correct.
But the processor also has the ability to take command from the programmer and rechange the processing power.
Correct. So in this case, if I would give you an example, like you gave me an example of snake. Like for example, if you say right now, if you would say there is a snake, there is no snake, so I will not be able to freak out. But the moment you bring the snake, I'll freak out. But if you do it 10 times, I might not freak out because I'm used to it. So that is how I learn things?
No, that is the hard way or the wrong way to learn things. Now you exposing yourself to wrong situations. Now snake here is a example data where now anything that gravitates your attention is the snake example. Now if there is a snake in the room, that gravitates your attention, that pulls your attention to the snake. You can't be peaceful when there is a snake. That so now a chaotic situation. Now I have experienced a chaotic situation 50 times in my business or in my life, and all through I freaked out. Now 51st time I have again encountered, now I am not freaking out, but you understand, life is not about ability to not freak out. It's about ability to cognitively, see companies, you find any company, can you show me one company which doesn't want to grow?
I think we can hardly find that.
Okay. Can you show me any company which is happy with 1% growth annually?
No, I think investors going to shut that company down.
Okay. But do you find any company which is trying to be recruiting more and more employees but not trying to release any product or sell or do any business? Not even creating a process.
It's very difficult.
Yeah. But human beings also are a company. Now you are an enterprise. Now what is an enterprise definition according to the company? Something which delivers value, product, that's an enterprise. Now you are also trying to deliver value to you in your life. Now through using the apparatus within your system. Now don't you think you are also an enterprise? Now you should have a 20% CAGR in your life. But see, my company is recruiting more people and I can handle all stress or all situations, or when problems come we are not scared, but we are not releasing any product. Is that the goal?
No.
In the same fashion, human goal should not be inability to be not freak out or get scared in a tough situation. Ability to cognitively grow in situation, that the tough situation in your life increases exponentially. 5th class guy is having a tough problem with 5 into 25.
Correct.
But a 10th class guy should not have that as a problem. So what if you say the 10th guy has a problem with trigonometry or something else? Now cognitively we have to grow to ensure that our challenges are tougher day by day.
Correct. The cognitive evolution or the development happens through the experience or the challenges we face in our life.
By experience. Now if I tell you 5 into 5 is this, am I clear with you? And I tell you this, and after 10 times, 20 times you will remember. Okay, that's as good as a repetitive. Now that's not called cognitive growth.
That's a rote learning.
In the same fashion, now what is happening, 90% of your life is autonomous life. The way you think or the way you react or the way you speak and the way you function when a challenge is thrown at you.
Correct.
Mostly is autonomous behavior. And you can see your friends or people and say, you can guess, given a situation, tough situation, how they will behave. Mostly. In the same fashion, now 90% or 95% of our life is autonomous. Cognitively or consciously, people like a company that's consciously trying to improve its efficiency in every area of its work. We also as a human being should continuously work to expand our intelligence or ability to manifest our own infinite intelligence.
But there are so many people out there who are just comfortable with what they're living. They say that they're content in their life and this is what I want from my life. I do not want to grow, or maybe I'm just happy with what I have. Is that the right way to?
There are so many people who believe that they're already growing.
Okay.
Because a guy who is 5th class to 10th class, now he will believe he is growing. Because I've come from 5th to 10th. That's not actually growth. Because that is a directional movement. I'll tell you, if I go 5 steps forward and then come back 5 steps backward, what is my displacement? The displacement is 0, movement is 10 steps.
Correct.
In the same fashion, now in our life, there are many people who are experiencing or doing something. This year, 2024, you have done something, some job. You are a software engineer, you are a surgeon, you are whatever you are, okay. I know you are a software engineer, so I'll tell you, software engineer. Now this year you have done this amount of software engineering with this amount of stress.
Correct.
Next year, are you doing the same software engineering with lesser amount of stress?
If the problem is same, maybe this lesser amount of stress. If the problem,
and greater result?
If the greater result, the problems will be different.
Then for that you are freaking out more.
Obviously, because it's a
then
new thing
you are not cognitively growing. So I will tell you this, a company that's making 10 CR turnover,
Right.
and earning 1 crore profit
Hmm.
in 2024,
Hmm.
if it does the same thing in 2025
Hmm.
with the same employees, with everything same,
Hmm.
it's not growing, it's actually going down.
It's surviving.
It's not even surviving, because
Hmm.
if at all, now 2025,
Hmm.
the employees want some increment,
Correct.
something.
Right.
Now by 2026 they will sustain, but 2026 the employees will ask more salary.
Right.
But somehow the efficiency is not that, it's still making 1 CR.
Hmm.
Employees को raise देना ही है.
Correct.
What happens? It's actually going down. The
Right.
bottom line is actually going down in the same fashion. Now, as companies seek at least 15 to 20% CAGR, compounded annual growth yearly,
Correct.
you as an enterprise, you are here to deliver value,
Hmm.
quality in your own experience.
Hmm.
Now, human beings, they say, I don't have time, or I am not having this.
Hmm.
People who don't have time in their life should spend more time on their own mental capabilities and enhancing their own productivity.
Hmm.
Because you don't have time. Remember one thing, by next year, you have to ensure that you do the same thing with lesser effort and more profitability.
But
Now,
are
that's how
pe-
companies work.
But are people open to accept this and improve productivity?
No, I am not talking about the need for people to open, because they are not aware of the situation.
Correct.
They feel this is the way of life.
Right. Exactly.
The truth is, enhancing your productivity is, today I am able to do certain job.
Hmm.
Can I, while doing this job, I am having certain amount of resistance,
Hmm.
a certain amount of stress,
Hmm.
a certain amount of fatigue, and I'm going to office. By the time I'm coming back, I'm tired.
Hmm.
Now that's okay. I slept and I recharged,
Hmm.
and I'm going back again.
Hmm.
Now remember one thing, even a mechanical thing or any body, you stress it, recharge it, and then again do it. For a period of time, it will break.
Correct.
In the same fashion, if you are going to your office and by the time you come home, you are stressed, it means you need to enhance your capability to manifest or produce.
Hmm.
So if you don't have time in your busy life, that is the time you need to improve your brain power. It is like an athlete or a person who is doing heavy weightlifting saying, I don't have time to eat protein powder.
Hmm. Yeah.
You understand?
Correct.
Now, people who are athletes
Hmm.
should care about their nutrition. People who are exercising their brain, mind, and producing quality experience in their life
Hmm.
should continue to enhance the quality experience of their mind,
Correct.
because that is what that's bringing them their bread.
Hmm. But there are so many things which have already commercialized now. You know, if you take about NLPs and other people who are trying to sell something out to people, saying that this will improve. Do these things really work?
Everything according to the truth,
Hmm.
everything works,
Hmm.
but nothing works.
How?
The Sanatan Dharma insists on this.
Hmm.
The pan, I'm trying to give it to you as an example, because if I tell you all that, it will become more complex to you.
Hmm.
Is the pan cooking the food dish?
Hmm.
Yes, but it is not, it is the chef. Is the spoon cooking the chef, cooking the food? No, the chef.
Hmm.
Is the chef cooking the food? Yes, but it is the gas.
Correct.
What will a chef do without gas? Now, you see, you need a chef, you need a power source or heat source, and you need pans, and you need food. All ingredients come together, the chef can make it.
So it's all interdependent on each
Now,
other.
the chef. Now, here I am using consciously the word chef, because the chef also will not cook food, even if he has gas, food, and everything, if he doesn't have a person who wants to eat the food.
Correct.
Or chef here, because a person who pays him, employs him to cook food, or whatever. You have to understand, there is a demand, order, then only the chef is going to do that. In the same fashion, your mind is cooking your experience using its own power, processing power. Your body is the spoon and ladle and the pan and everything. Finally, a quality is value is produced out of you. For whom? For the experiencer within you.
Correct.
Now, if you only run behind this food, and not be in commune with your value, Remember one thing, any process, NLP I said, or other process, all these processes deliver to you, that is what you believe. Now the truth is, now chef is, there is a order, I want to eat pizza. Now the chef has gas and wood and whatever, all the ingredients for the pizza. Am I clear with you? But the chef is believing Domino's will deliver it. Domino's will help me. Then, is he a good chef?
No.
Sanatana Dharma insists on this. Remember one thing, value, true value comes out of the chef being aligned to the order or the value person. Everybody has a value, you understand? In the same fashion. Now you, when you are aligned with your own self, yourself alone actually is the true value enhancer in your life. If there is no employer, there is no chef who will not make any food. Make sense or no sense? In the same fashion, there must be some boss. The boss of your life is your experience of value. That something within you is craving that to experience a value. And that is running your mind. Am I clear with you? That is the reason why you are unhappy with your own results.
Correct.
And whenever you have produced a result, you are asking yourself, am I happy about it? Am I good about it? Am I feeling good about it? And sometimes you say, I'm feeling good, but something else is missing.
Correct. It happens.
There is somebody within you who is devouring the food, the quality experience, that is the value that you have produced in your life. You understand? Now only that can help you. No other process can help you. Spirituality or Sanatana Dharma is all about that. Making you or helping you hold on to your own true self and potential, not trying to say this process will help. This process will become a bigger burden. Are you understanding what I am trying to say? Now it is like, to solve every problem, I create a job.
Correct.
But handling and managing the job is again a new problem which is created, because to create a solution, I create a job. But I created so many jobs, then I need a HR to manage all these problems called employees.
Correct.
Are you understanding?
Right.
Now this HR is an employee. That also is a problem. Now I am handling. The bigger the solution that you are solving, bigger the smaller problems you are arranging. All smaller problems are to solve a big problem.
Correct.
But all smaller problems called employees, smaller problems are challenges. You need to deal with them, you understand? And there is a bigger problem called solution you need to provide to your client, customer.
End goal.
Am I clear with you? There is an difficulty there. Customer means custom. In Telugu it means very difficult. Customer means custom. Custom is difficulty.
Right.
So customer, I always say, somebody who gives you difficulty is a customer. Now the point is, this guy is giving you difficulty. You have adopted so many difficulties, challenges, to ensure you solve all of it. Now who is doing this? The entrepreneur.
Correct.
Makes sense to you? Now who adds value in your life? The entrepreneur. For a business.
Understood.
Who adds value? The entrepreneur adds value. Not the employees, not even the customer. The customer is there actually for the entrepreneur. But it appears as if the entrepreneur is there to solve customer.
Yeah. So as an entrepreneur,
your body, your mind, your system, everything. Now Sanatana Dharma insists on this. Only that process will help you, not any other process. Only that process will truly help you. That helps you experience your own self. Only that process will help you. That makes you physically, mentally, emotionally feel your own centeredness within you.
Right. So in that case, when you said that as an entrepreneur, when I was employed at my first company, people used to tell me that I have to work smartly than hard. So what do you think, entrepreneurs should be working smartly or hard?
All that is actually new age jargons.
Okay.
No entrepreneur works smart or hard. He works both.
Okay. How?
I want to tell you. Generally, if you are an entrepreneur,
right,
or in your life, you don't have to be an entrepreneur. Even if you have a team, even if you are an employee, your wife, your children are your team. Your mother, father, and everybody is your team, and there is some team leader. If you are not, and if you are not married, or your father is the team leader. Am I clear with you? Now everybody has to align. There must be an organizational goal. Like a company has a goal, the family should have a goal that we will produce this finally. We stand up for this, and this is what we will, and this is how we take care of each other. Employee management is there already, but we are doing it autonomously.
Correct.
Am I clear with you?
Right.
Now they say, entrepreneur, now I need to be working hard or smart. There is nothing called what is a smart. When you understand your vision and align all your actions towards the vision, a high goal, then you are automatically smart. Am I clear with you?
Right.
But when you have a higher vision and when you are aligning all your actions towards that, now smart work, your definition I'll tell you. If somebody is, for your understanding, we'll take it in joules energy.
Correct.
So 10 joules of effort, and he is producing 1 kilo of result. Now tomorrow smart work is what? Tomorrow if I spend 9 joules and still produce 1 kilo, then it is smartly produced. Makes sense to you?
Joule.
So it's smart.
Right.
If I do it with 5 joules, then it is even smarter. That's what your definition of smart is. Now if you understand, even here there is hard work, because to align your actions by spending less energy, getting better or the same result is actually hard work in its own. Being smart is the actual hardest part of life.
Okay.
Are you understanding?
Right.
Being smart is the actual hardest part of life. People ignore that and juggle between smart work, hard work. You cannot force a person with lower cognitive functioning to, a person who is struggling to pass 10th class. You tell him, be smart, do smart work. You tell him how many times? Now he'll ask you, what is smart work? Then he'll tell you, you will say, remember everything, whatever you're studying, or try to understand, grasp, how to. Now a person who is not able to is busy asking how to. A person who is able to produce results or value in their life is actually not aware how he has produced whatever he has. Now he is also busy next how to.
Correct.
So everybody is busy with this how to. Are you understanding? At a various degree. Now this fellow sitting here is asking how to solve this challenge.
Right.
This person sitting here is asking how to solve this challenge. Now set of challenges, cognitive challenges are different.
Correct.
And for a 10th class guy, challenges are different. For an entrepreneur, for a guy who is running a unicorn, the challenges are different.
Completely different.
Am I clear with you?
Yes.
But what is the difference? Cognitive level only.
But the 10th class guy has developed less cognitive skill compared to the guy who is running a unicorn.
Correct.
Right.
So your smart hard work, hard work, all work, only your ability or your focus to develop your cognition is the only effort that you need to do. Everything else gets sorted.
Okay.
You understand? I'm telling you. For example, there is a to mine earth and produce gold bars out of it.
Right.
Is actually a very complex chemical, mechanical, and a lot of things.
Absolutely.
Am I clear with you?
Yes.
An entrepreneur is able to do it with efficiency. Are you understanding? The entrepreneur who is mining and finally producing pure gold bars out of it is actually having a 3-piece suit and in a very luxurious car and an AC cabin, and he doesn't generally see dirt a lot.
Correct.
But still he manages to get it only through the level of cognitive experience that he has. Make sense or no sense?
Yes. Guruji, a lot of youngsters today want to achieve entrepreneurship or want to start something of their own, but within a month or two they want to quit. They don't have a mental clarity whether they actually want to continue entrepreneurship, or is it just like for them it is a like shiny object syndrome, just because everybody is doing, I also want to do it. So what are your thoughts on this? Do you think everybody should have a mental clarity before they should start entrepreneurship?
Everybody should have mental clarity, that everybody knows.
Right.
So there is nothing that I should think about. How to get there is an important step. But before you understand how to get there or how to get that kind of a mental clarity, why we are having this kind of a, everybody wants to do it, everybody wants to bite more than they can chew, or they are trying to do something and then they're quickly coming back. Why?
Is that greediness?
Fundamentally, greediness also is not a pure, honest feeling of the human system. Why do you have this greediness? You always get motivated by a certain value. I want to buy a car. I see a fast car. Example. Now, this may not be true in everybody's case. I want to buy a fast car. For that, what to do? Become a businessman. Because only business people are that rich to afford a fast car. Okay, and a fast car is a Lambo or something like that. So you like something and you want to achieve something, and then you create a path for it, that I will do business. Then you jump into business, and then you realize it's not that easy. There are so many problems. So you don't like solving the problems. You are in this business or in anything that you are in for that Lambo. You understand? So I don't like what's coming up my way. Then I will pick, maybe this way there are so many problems, some other way there will be lesser problems, so I will quit this business. It is happen not just in business, everywhere. We pick up something even before we evaluating the way, because when we do not develop a process of cognitive algorithm within us, where we love the process more than the results. The truth is, we all are motivated, most people are motivated by the destinations.
Yes.
I want to have a big house, big car, big life and all that, so I'm into this.
Correct.
You have to understand one thing, people who have achieved big car, big house, big family, big business are not happy, but people who are proud of their own productivity, efficiency, or their own self, their thought pattern, or their self in all of this, are only happy. That is the reason when Sanatana Dharma insisted on concentrate on being proud of yourself, your capability of bringing value to the table, be proud of that. Then most people said, okay, Sanatana Dharma is not about money. If it is not about money, the richest of times were of the Sanatana Dharma. Am I clear with you? Even few, maybe around, at least 1,000 years ago, or 700, 800 years ago also, when our great empires, even diamonds and all kind of precious stones were sold on streets.
Yes.
In India. Sanatana Dharma is all about abundance. But when will I become a unicorn? When I concentrate on my value and when I calculate my value properly. But when I want a Lamborghini or when I want a big house and I start a business, forget about big house, that business will not succeed.
Because they're aspiring materialistic things?
Not they, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody want results in, right now I have a problem and now I want a solution.
So am I motivated to do the business just because of an aspiration value which is getting me in the future?
Not everybody, but most. That is that 1% club
Yeah.
who enjoy solving problems. And who enjoy solving problems are also, that's not also the clear definition. They love or enjoy bringing value to the table. Those who fall in love with bringing value to the table, those who enjoy that, generally succeed in life with a stability. Now here also it is important. I am a person who likes to solve problems. I have solved problems for many corporations, many companies. I'm a CEO, I'm this, I'm that, high ranking executive and all that.
Right.
But when I start a business, I can fail. Because you understand what I'm trying to say. When you are working for somebody, when you are working for some direction is not, then what happens? You don't have to. So when you develop a sense of bringing value to the table, while being centered within you and knowing the big picture. When you have the Hawkeye vision of the entire thing, then you will be generally, there is no way you can fail. So developing that capable. What is the difference between a CEO and a successful entrepreneur? What is the difference between a high ranking executive and
an employee? Or
no,
maybe an
employee
executive
said
level
there is a
employee.
huge difference. A high ranking executive and a successful entrepreneur who is owning a unicorn.
Right.
What is the difference? CEO of that unicorn and that owner, chairman, founder. The founder, if he reached that level, generally, he has a Hawkeye vision while he enjoys solving problems.
So that comes through a mental clarity.
Mental clarity. Clarity of mind is paramount if you are running for anything other than that. Now, clarity of mind is also relative thing. So that is what I say. Life is pursuit of being better than your best. If you are running behind that one thing, I want to be better than my best. I want to be better than my best, not do. I want to be better than my best. If you are running behind that, if you are chasing that, success is inevitable. But if you are chasing a business, or if you want to become rich, or if you want to become anything, if you want to marry that girl, or this boy, or something like that, any smaller definitions or destinations in life, that's how it is. If at all, now you are a strong man, you seem very strong. Now I put a fight with with a similar strong man, okay, similar guy, similar height, similar muscle, similar. Now you tend to hit him hard, okay. But now I will put a 5-year-old kid and say the same fight. You will not be able to hit. Again, you don't tell me if you are a cruel man, but normally you understand what I am trying to say.
I did.
The force in your hands will not come if it is a small girl.
Right.
The force in your hands automatically increases if it is a equal powerful guy.
Right.
The force in your hand increases according to the rage. Rage in you.
Right.
Or the emotion in you. In the same fashion, you cannot have a small fight and bring all your power to the table. Are you understanding?
Yes.
You can hit a small girl also. With the small girl also you can fight with the same power if the small girl has done that same and can aggravate the same rage in you. You understand what I am trying to say? A 5-year-old girl took a revolver and shot you. Or shot somebody you love.
Probably.
Are you not going to harm her? Technically speaking, you will. Technically speaking, you will. Now, but there is a 5-year-old girl who is smiling at you and saying, uncle, possibility, you cannot hit her because she hasn't done any harm in you.
Right.
Only, so what is a problem? Problem is something that raises emotion. Now, example, why am I trying to say? If my goal is to buy a Lambo, I will never be successful in my life because I have given all my life force to the Lambo.
Right.
But if I have given all my life force to be better than my own best,
right,
to be my better than my best, then I have given all my life force to my own self.
Right.
Where there is life force centered, there flourishing happens.
Correct.
Where you give away your life force to something else, you make something your boss, your own mind cheats you.
Yeah. So you had given this example previously as well. We humans or people tend to give value to the materialistic more than to our intelligence.
Again, I feel very uncomfortable with this kind of questions. Why we humans tend to give materialistic value? Humans don't do that. Trained cognitive systems do that.
Okay.
Am I clear with you? See, for example, you're born in India, so you like Indian food. Okay. Had you been in the suburbs of Italy, some village, maybe you like Italian food only. Am I clear with you? If you are in Germany. Humans don't like food. Trained cognitive algorithms like food. If you are born in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, then you will like Telangana Andhra Pradesh food. You will not like North Indian food, Kashmiri food. Am I clear with you?
Right.
If you are born in Kashmir, you like Kashmiri food.
Correct.
We humans don't do it. There are humans born in Hyderabad And from the childhood, they believe abundance is the only damn way.
Hmm.
And abundance is the only possibility. And they are living in abundance and they are in abundance.
Hmm.
There are people born in the same Hyderabad who feel scarcity is the way, scarcity is the life, scarcity is the destiny.
Hmm.
We humans are not all, we humans are fundamentally trained cognitive algorithms.
So the surrounding and the environment matters a lot.
Correct. So, trained cognitive algorithms tend to give more importance to material things.
Hmm.
Humans actually, you like it, you don't like it, that is the reality. Everybody is seeking their own best.
True.
They are seeking their good. We don't value material comforts. We value material comforts because the trained cognitive algorithm says with material comforts you will live good.
Okay.
Okay. So human beings are very good.
Hmm.
Trained cognitive algorithms are the reason for success or failure.
So can this be trained?
Trained cognitive algorithms can always be retrained.
How?
You need a guru for that. You need a guru for that because you have to understand one thing. In business also you need a mentor.
Yes.
You don't have a mentor. Then see, for example, this Flipkart has come and all that. They are new age businesses. This quick commerce and all.
E-commerce, quick commerce.
All these are coming up.
Hmm.
You see, every company is seeking out mentor in the name of equity.
Correct.
Am I clear with you?
True.
Remember one thing. You need to have a mentor for everything in your life.
Hmm.
For everything in your life. If you do not seek a mentor for your cognitive algorithm, then all other mentors will become waste.
Absolutely true.
Are you understanding?
Hmm.
I need a mentor to make sure that I express my intelligence day by day more and more.
Hmm.
Am I clear with you? Today I am good with this. Tomorrow I should be good with something else also. So for that my mind should be more flexible. My mind should be more open to ideas. For that, opening up my mind, because ideas are a dime a dozen. But ability to open your mind to ideas is the most precious thing.
Yeah.
You understand?
Correct.
That is the reason why you need to have a mentor to create an ability to open your mind or be available to the opportunities of life. Available to the possibilities of life is the most precious thing. Now you need a mentor for that. You understand? You just can't have a mentor where who can scare you or who will give you processes. You need a mentor who can impact you. You need a mentor who can transform you. Are you understanding? And give you an ability to embrace yourself. So that if you have, then obviously you will be successful. Again, you have to listen to him also, you have to follow.
Yeah, that's
because these days, what I keep telling this, people who don't have time to invest within their own self are the people who need to invest time on their own self. Because people who have invested time on their own self have a lot of time for themselves.
That's true.
You understand? So that's how it is.
So Guruji, as a spiritual leader, you talk more about productivity, capability and competency building. And why is it so?
Because spirituality is all about that. Remember one thing, if you want to be an Olympic winner, then the first thing that you should work on is on your legs or your body strength.
Okay.
In the same fashion, in spirituality, the first thing that you need to work on is to be a good human being, a good visionary, a good leader. Because until otherwise you see your life from a hawk eye view, how can you understand the gravity of small things that are leading you or making you go in the wrong direction or right direction, whatever, whichever direction. Ability to see yourself from a hawk eye view and ability to experience a centeredness within you is the beginning of spirituality.
Okay.
Now, supramentalization initially insists on this. Until otherwise, you feel a clear, no clutter mind. you are not even in the beginning of spirituality.
Okay.
Chakra opening or this god, this deity, that is bhakti. Spirituality is all about, it begins with when you experience a clear mind with no chaos, with no negative thoughts or no systems, no your own mind batting against you. If it's battling against you, then you are not in the spiritual path.
So Guruji, I have met a lot of people who tell that they're spiritual, but they misconcept that for being religious. So they say that spirituality and religion just have a very thin line. But I feel that spirituality and religion is two different things. What's your take on this?
This is very important. I will tell you this much. Spirituality is the mother of all isms or everything. Fundamentally, spirituality is this: you as life are infinite potential, infinite capability. Making this life experience its own infinite capability and making this life create value, sustain value and destroy that value so that you can recreate a further value proposition in your life is the fundamental principle of spirituality. Now this goes into any religion or life. You may be this religion, that religion. Fundamentally you have to accept one thing: you are life. You are not just the thoughts that are coming in your head. You are not just the feelings that you are having. You are that capability to have the thoughts and feelings and run them. When you know how to handle that capability to produce thoughts and feelings in an efficient way, you run your thoughts and feelings in an efficient way. When you efficiently run your thoughts and feelings, you live a proactive, productive life. When you live a productive life, you contribute. To contribute to what? To your surroundings. Then your surroundings reflect to you, react back to you with a positive value. You, in this process of enhancing value, you create more value in cyclic fashions, and finally realize one thing, that I am that infinite capability. That is spirituality. Are you understanding? You experiencing your own infinite vastness. You not being limited by your own cognitive self. The mind runs. You are not limited to your mind. If you want to grow in life, they say in this corporate world, you have to unlearn a lot of stuff.
Right.
Unlearning is a part of actually life. But corporates actually give a nice name to it, which is good. I am very happy. That is the reason why I say anybody who is truly successful in life is actually more spiritual. Truly successful is different, by the way, not money. Everything else also should happen. So people who are really successful are more spiritual than people who sit and talk about stuff. Are you understanding what I am trying to say? Spirituality is that. Now, what is the difference between Sanatana Dharma, Guru system and other? Some people, they experience a peak potential and now they have learned the art of making everybody experience that potential.
Right.
Am I clear with you? To the extent that they can feel, but still, you understand? Now, what is the difference between a computer science teacher and a computer coder? Both technically are the same. This fellow is trying to scale it and teach many people how to code. But one person, he knows how to code and he's coding well. He's doing a damn good job. So that way, you have to understand one thing. Spirituality is the mother of all isms. Religion, these days we have got confused. For example, I'll take Hinduism. Sanatana Dharma, I will tell you, everybody believed that they are infinite capability and they added or they lived a very proactive, productive life because they managed their thought and emotions well. And so there are many proofs that India, at least for 50 years, was having 60% of the world GDP.
Right.
Now USA these days has only 16, 20, 30%. 60% of world GDP. Now for example, our temple doors, outside doors were made up of gold. Which kind of a city will have a temple outside door made up of pure gold? What kind of a city? You understand the abundance of the kind of the city?
Right. Right.
18 times, 20 times, our country was repeatedly raided, and still, if you see Ananta Padmanabhan temple or any other great temples here, we have so much more money, gold.
Right.
Why is that so? Sanatana Dharma insisted on one thing: your infinite potential, ability to concentrate, experience and enjoy your own infinite potential and try to manifest it through this finite life is the very process of life. So that when you experience your infinite potential and try to manifest it in this finite life, you will build a conviction within you that I am infinite. And then you actually exit as I am infinite. Are you understanding? See, you know you can build a company, but you have never built it. Then you also want to actually believe that you have built it. You want to do something.
Correct.
Then you get the results also. But if you are not proud of yourself, even if you have produced results, even if you have got some benefit out of it, you will not be happy about it. Yes or no? Are you understanding?
Yes.
You have done a job and the job paid you, your expenses are met, but still you are not happy or proud of the quality of job that was produced. Then you will not be happy. Yes or no?
Yes.
Why is that so? Because you live fundamentally for your own pride. In the same fashion, Sanatana Dharma said, the truth is you are infinite potential. When you are living a life of pride, honor, that you have manifested or you have done well, then you are in spirituality. Are you understanding what I am trying to say? And every human being trying to manage his thoughts and emotions the best and manifesting value greater than his own previous best and continuously experiencing a 20% CAGR. Effectively, it's the corporate language. Every company should bring value to the table, and every company should have a 20% CAGR minimum.
Right.
And efficiency improving, profit bottom line increasing.
Correct.
Then only company is progressing. Self also the same. And though the company is bringing value to the table or creating solutions to the people, company should not confuse with the solution, obsess itself with the solution more. Company should not get obsessed with the, entrepreneur should not get obsessed with the product. They must understand the entire big picture. They say the same thing. We must not be so obsessed with the small results in our life, the solutions that we have provided in life. We have to see the big picture, our own self.
But not everybody can think about the big picture.
No, everybody can. Learning, everybody learning is a way to create an abundant society. Not everybody can think that way. Making everybody think that way is the only way to create an abundant society.
Can people be trained to think like that?
100%. But not through, belief systems.
Okay.
Because belief systems are very external. I believe that my father will support me. Now that itself is invariably, or I believe this God will help me. I believe God will protect me. I believe God will forgive my sins. Or I believe
systems.
Belief systems will not work because they are, you understand, it is only external constructs of the mind.
Okay.
When you experience day by day, supramentalization teaches you one thing. First have a clear thought, but that is not enough, because mind, once you have a continuous battling in your head, thoughts, unnecessary thoughts, insecurities.
Correct.
Now you have to first experience a centeredness within you, an inexplicable silent mind, where thoughts are there, but still you are feeling very silent, blissful, centered and proactive. Then also after some time your mind will come up with a hack to make you again agitated.
Correct.
Continue to be centered and learn this art of processing your emotions and your thoughts in such a fashion that you always feel a stable, centered, proactive self. Learn that, then you have begun your process. After that, who are you? You are that infinite capability. You are that infinite potential. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Now this infinite potential you need to continuously experience manifesting in your life. If that is coming in manifesting in your senses, then through your senses and through your mind you realize that yes, it is coming.
Okay.
Are you understanding? See, day by day you are experiencing progress in the way you feel, in the way you act, in the way you work, in the way you live, in the way you think, in the way you experience life. Then your mind will question, why am I experiencing this continuous progression? Then the answer will come as, because I am infinite, I am progressively expressing myself more and more. Oh, I am infinite self. That when you live in that belief, that's called a joyful living. Are you understanding? Not everybody can do. No, supramentalization can help you, or true spirituality, Sanatana Advaita Dharma can easily help you. The problem is, everybody, see, an athlete wants a gold medal more than his training.
Correct.
Then what happens?
Then he just focuses on the gold medal, but
then he will never get the gold medal.
Right.
If an athlete focuses more on a perfect training, then gold medal follows him.
But that capability and competency is built, only a very few people can do that.
Very few people have the urge to grow.
Right.
But as they say with the money, very few people invest. People who put their money in their FD are actually losing money. In the same fashion, people who are comfortable with their life are losing their life.
But they are actually,
people who are trying to grow are actually investing their life so that they experience a more cognitive, mental, emotional growth in them.
Right. For example, even if we take entrepreneurship as a this one metric, they say that only 2 to 5% people only succeed, and the 95% of the people fail.
Why?
Why? That is what I wanted to ask.
Yeah. I'm asking you why.
I think it is because many people quit because if things get ugly.
No, things get uglier. See, if you really read any successful entrepreneur's life, they will add some masala also. But I'm telling you, there has never been any considerable success without struggle.
True.
Now that being said, now why these people quit and why those people don't quit, why successful people? Man makes his life. Mind makes the man. Mind makes the man. Man makes the life. Now, your own cognition, your own self, your algorithms within your system are functioning as your mind. Now, if you have a better cognitive algorithm, you have a better mind.
Correct.
You have a better mind, you have a better life. Now, people who concentrate on, I want this, now what? People who want to do. They do and they struggle and they leave. But people who concentrate on their cognitive algorithm, people who have that 1% club. Why is that 1% club? That's called law of probability. I'll tell you. In a village, there is a tree. And they said, anybody who is married, go and tie a thread to the tree and you will get pregnant. Now 100 women will go and tie the thread, 100 married women will go. Now all of them, what is the probability? 40% will get pregnant on the first year. Now the 60% feel, 40% got blessed, I will again go and tie the thread. But by the second cycle, again 100 people joined. So this time, you understand, 160 people are going, the batch size increased.
Right.
Now 160 people are going again, now probability at 140% are getting pregnant, 160 there must be 80-90 should be getting pregnant. Now the second batch pregnant. Now the cycle continues. Over a period of time, the tree is the pregnancy giver. Are you understanding what I am trying to say?
Yes.
That now the tree gives pregnancy to the entire women in the villages. Then what are the husbands doing? What am I trying to tell you is, law of probability works. That 1% naturally have that cognition. 1% who was in the drags is blessed with that cognition.
Can this 1% be more?
You have to train. Remember one thing, for a company, you will have one time tukka, one time the company will find beginner's blue or beginner's success, whatever. They say beginner's blue is a negative thing, but still, sometimes when you start a company or when you live your life, you may have some success, initial success. But if you want to scale it, you need to have systems in place. In the same fashion, people who deliberately build those systems are those 1%. Sanatana Dharma goes on to forward say, people who deliberately build systems within their mind, work within for their cognitive growth, one day somehow are blessed to have a great life. That is the reason. Are you understanding what I am trying to say?
Yes.
So can we make it this 1% into 99% remaining and stretch it to yes, provided everybody. See, these days what's happening is, I am busy, I am going 9 o'clock in the morning and I am coming 8 o'clock in the evening, I am tired, I am busy, and I don't have time for my own self. These people, if you keep any, even a physical equipment, machine, working from morning 9 to evening 9 and continuously without service or maintenance, even that will break down. In the same fashion, remember one thing, you need to oil or you need to grease the machine while it's working. If you, for anything, if you say you don't have time, that is something that you have to concentrate on.
Right.
What you don't have time for, that is something that you need to concentrate, because there you're going wrong. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Now you will find billionaires, they'll have time for watching movies or watching all the entertainment they want.
Right.
The kind of entertainment they want, they choose. But all billionaires are entertained. Don't think that they are working 24/7. They are living a decent life. They are also having family life. They are also doing everything. They are managing their stuff. Am I clear with you? But still they are able to continue. Why? Because they have perfected themselves. Managing yourself is more important than aspiring to manage a business. Because the fundamental definition of business is being busy with yourself.
Okay.
Being busy with yourself is busyness.
But
so people will say business is doing something and get for money. No. Doing something for money, an entrepreneur is even see businessman, people working on the road and selling small fruits or smelling, they are also business people. Now ultra rich people are also business people.
Right.
People who are busy with their own cognitive system, their own true self, their own mental workings, they scale. It is easy. See, Think and Grow Rich.
Right.
In my childhood, it's a famous book. Or How to Influence People. Millions of people have read it.
Correct.
How many are able to, think and grow rich, or do this and you will become a billionaire, the 7 effective habits, all that. How many have read that and how many have implemented that? You go to motivation. Yes, you can. If I can do it, you can do it is the worst thing that this Western science has, Western systems have implanted on. Now your wife, if I can do it, they say, I'm so and so, I've done this, I've done there, I worked this. If I can do it, you can do it. Wow, I can do it. Yes, I also can do it. I also can do it. Next day you go home, nothing happens. But then this guy who said, if I can do it, you can do it, is becoming rich. Am I clear with you? Now you have a wife. Now your wife can deliver a baby. She can do it. So you can also do it?
No.
You can deliver a baby?
No.
Your wife can deliver a baby because she has a system designed by existence, and so she can deliver a baby. In the same fashion, you also have to, if you can do it, I cannot do it. I can only do it if I have designed my system similar to you. Now Britannia company is saying, if I can do it biscuit manufacturing, Tata company, Tata cars, you also can do it. No. Tata cars cannot manufacture biscuits. Biscuits cannot, or cars cannot be manufactured in a biscuit factory. I can do it, you can do it, won't work. What will work is similar systems produce similar results. In the same fashion, people who work for their own mental algorithms. See, when a challenge comes, everybody responds or reacts in a different way.
Correct. Absolutely true.
Successful people react in a different way. That's what many people say. Now, how to behave in a different way is the cognitive algorithm we need to fix. So, we need to think about that, not just the motivational story or this or that. Sanatana Dharma or the supramentalization, the Advaita Vedanta, insists on those systems.
But Guruji, you see, a 10-time entrepreneur is likely to, the success ratio of a 10-time entrepreneur is likely more compared to the person who's starting entrepreneurship for the first time. Right? It's because of...
It's actually very wrong. Very wrong.
Why?
You have to understand one thing.
Hmm.
10-time entrepreneur
Hmm.
is likely to be successful
Right.
than the first person.
Right.
Now, after 10 times entrepreneur, this fellow created a unicorn.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, there is a guy who has started a business
Hmm.
and first business, and he has created 2 crores.
Hmm.
Am I clear with you?
Right.
Now, from value or effective money valuation, okay, this guy is a unicorn, this guy is only 2 crores. But the success of this guy and the success of this is the same.
Hmm.
Are you understanding? Because you have to calculate not only the business, his entire, he brought in his entire experience.
Right.
The capital invested in this business is much more than the capex is not only for the 10th or the 11th business to become a unicorn, he had a physical capex of 1 CR, 2 CR,
But that
10
comes
CR.
with the experience, no?
The experience capex is put inside.
Right.
So the probability of the 10 CR, now you have to understand one thing. There are many businesses where in the first business they are successful. 10th one has a different. Now this is comparison, or this comparison is between whom?
The experience and inexperience.
Inexperienced.
Right.
Second point, there are many people, first business they are successful. There are many people who are 10th business successful. Are we comparing with their cognitive level? Are we comparing with their first business, 10th business?
We should compare with their cognitive levels.
Cognitive levels, you will always be successful similarly.
So you say that the person who is starting the business 10th time will have the same cognitive ability as the person who is starting with the
No, I
first
didn't
time?
say. People who is doing the 10th time,
Right.
and still has done that, okay, 10th time, he has the cognitive ability or the learning ability of a 10th time successful entrepreneur.
Correct.
There is a class of first time successful entrepreneur. There is a normal 10th class, I will explain.
Okay.
In a school class, there is a guy who gets 99 always. There is a guy who gets 60 always. But you have to, he is getting 60 always. Now train him more. You can get him 90. But this is what you made him read more. There is a guy who is reading 3 hours a day and somehow getting 95. There is a guy who is reading 8 hours a day and getting 60. Are you understanding? Now father put him into tuition. Now the tuition repeated. Now this guy is working 11 hours a day. Now after that he struggled to get that 90, 95. Cognitively he is still at the 60.
Correct.
Cognitively he is still at the 60. So after 10 times, if I become a unicorn, I am not in comparison with the first guy at all, because cognitively it's not about are you comparing the money or are you comparing the success of a person?
Success of a person.
Success of a person is determined by his mind, not by his money. Because you can have 1 crore rupees and feel very happy about it, or you can have $1 billion and still not feel happy about it. It's about you, are you proud of yourself? Sanatana Dharma measures success by this. Are you proud of yourself? Honestly proud, or are you, egoistically proud is different. Are you honestly proud of yourself? Are you valuing yourself? Are you satisfied with the way your mind worked out, your life worked out? It's not about failure. You can be an absolute failure, but you still can be proud of yourself. You can still be, because you planned it that way. And for example, I will tell you how. There is a soldier who knows that if I sacrifice my life, my country will win the war. That fellow is more success, because he sacrificed with a planning. He failed. He lost his life. He left his people alone, everything. But then for a greater good, he planned a disaster for himself.
Correct.
Are you understanding the scenario?
Yes.
In the same fashion. Now, Sanatana Dharma says it's not about the material result of life. It is about the emotional and mental or the cognitive algorithm. You are not coming here to make more money. You are coming here to enhance your capability to manifest your competency.
Correct. Now, with regards to supramental awakening, you've been told a lot about supramental awakening, and you say that it actually helps in neurocognitive development. I myself had not known about supramental awakening for a very long time. unless and until I experienced and this things actually works. And again, the meditation market is a quite huge market in itself. How would one know what is working for them? And how would one's, there is a lot of commercialization with regards to meditation. And they say some work, some doesn't work, and some use it for the sake of coming out of depression. But no one is actually talking about meditation, which can actually bring productivity.
I'll tell you, in the corporate world or in the business world, they call you reading the labels.
Right.
If every person will tell you, my product is, Maggie is healthy, Maggie is yummy, tasty, or every example Maggie, but my soap is good, whatever, they will tell you. You need to take care of yourself. You need to read the labels. Don't go by the branding. Don't go. If somebody tells you that this works, then you need to be more aware. Am I clear with you?
How can I be aware if I'm a first
common sense. See, how can I be aware? How can I be aware that sodium lauryl sulfate is good or not? There is something called Google, right? Google, this soap has this. Is it good? Is this good? In the same fashion, we need to do. The truth is, any trust which is not properly tested cannot be trusted.
Correct.
So, what a person needs to apply is common sense. Don't, in life also, see, an entrepreneur, you say, they start and then they fail or they quit. They get, most people who start, quit and failure entrepreneurs are swayed by their emotions, or they got over obsessed about their product. You also should not be over obsessed about stuff. Life, 99% is scary. If you do that, this will happen.
Correct.
If you do that, this will happen. 1% people venture out into the dark and say, let me check it out. In the same fashion. Now, you have to apply, they say, praying to a certain deity will give you results, which will 100%. But how? Why? Why is this happening to me? I need to check myself. I need to check. In the same fashion, we need to always question. We need to develop a competence mind. The religion does not allow you to grow a competence mind. It will ask you to develop a obedience mind.
Correct.
Schools also will ask you to do the same. Developing an obedience mind, when you develop an obedient mind, society thrives. When you develop an individualistic, progressive mind, you lead the society.
But why supramentalization, Guruji?
Fundamentally, supramentalization is this. As I said, supramentalization. In a supra mind, supra means above.
Okay.
Above the mind is the cognitive algorithms that we discussed.
Right.
Above these cognitive algorithms, the power to make a cognitive algorithm is there within you. Are you understanding? I keep saying this. Are you the new, at least for basic understanding, are you just the body or just the mind? Or that electricity, the neurobioelectricity, biomechanics that's happening in you, that is brain dead is human dead. If your brain is dead, you are dead.
Correct.
Now, the current that's making your nervous system work, the bioelectricity within you, are you that? Are you just your thoughts? If your thoughts are, if you think you are, your thoughts are your outcome of your bioelectricity.
Correct.
Some person can think, see, I can lift my hand. Some people cannot lift their hand even though they have their hand, because their nervous system is not functioning or some problem.
Correct.
You understand? So, ability to function is us, not functioning. The thoughts and emotions are going on their own way. You are the ability. Now, supramentalization is a process or a sadhana of ancient Advaita Vedanta, where you experience that infinite potential descending down, helping your finite capabilities expand and embrace infinite.
Okay.
Day by day, it's a physically, mentally, emotionally, cognitively expansion of your finite realm, experience of life. The more you cognitively mentally. The more mentally matured you are, the more better life. Cognition is a more scientific word for the mind. Now, though exactly mind and cognition are not the same. So, cognitively, the more matured you are, the more enhanced your life is. Supramentalization is about making sure an Advaita Vedanta, Sanatana Dharma process. Great masters have been on this path and they have always insisted and made sadhaks experience this. Because what happens is, I am having a chaotic mind, or I am doing some work and I am getting stressed, tired, or I am studying and then I am not able to grasp it. Tuitions or any other learning aid are not the solution. Sanatana Dharma insisted on enhancing the experience of your own intelligence. That is the reason India was such a rich country. Right. Gold was there everywhere. Temple, people say people donated to the temple. People donate to the temple, only rich people donate. See, if I will donate money to you if you are poor. Correct. But what if you have a golden door? If you have a golden door, golden knob, entire temple is made up of gold, why am I even donating?
You won't.
Am I clear with you?
Yes.
But people still donated because people were richer than that. Imagine a society. Now what happens is, people tell half-truths. In India, there were many temples, historic evidences are there, writings are there, things are there. So, many temples had golden peripheral doors. Imagine these days, now you build a temple with a peripheral gold door. People will come scratch and take the gold out.
Correct.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Now imagine a society that has a temple outermost door with pure solid gold. The society is richer than that. Only then it can sustain such a door. Are you understanding? Yes. And still the temple is being donated. That means the society is even more richer than that. How Sanatana, the ancient times was so rich. The temples were crafted, or the design or the systems were very high. Not just the temples. Now we talk about the temples. If the society is not rich, you can't build anything of greatness if you mentally are not great.
So how do you put rich as monetary values, or?
Money is never, Sanatana Dharma says, money is your result. You are only rich to the extent you are mentally alert or available to yourself. You being available, that's what Sanatana Dharma is all about, spirituality is all about, supramentalization, all these are the same actually. But supramentalization is that concentrated Advaita path of making you experience your own intelligence, making you experience your infiniteness, making you experience and live that. Supramentalization is a teaching path and it's a spiritual path. Sanatana Dharma is a living path, where everybody experience enhanced cognition and live to produce greater value than they have already created. And everybody are in a race to create greater value, greater value, greater value, greater value, knowing that you are just that infinite competence to create value. You are that infinite competence to create value. When you realize that you are competence to create value, supramentalization succeeded.
Okay. But if in case, let's assume someone who wants to try supramentalization, and there are times when people say that this meditation will work and this meditation will not work. How would one approach for supramental meditations?
Generally, these days meditations, fundamentally the aim of all meditations is to make you experience your own infiniteness or vastness, humongousness, whatever you want to call. By the way, spirituality is the only place where, we can say, the higher you grow in your mind, the deeper you get into your life. So, higher and deeper mean the same. Okay. So, spirituality is one place where, or spirituality is one concept. Adhyatmikata, Advaita Vedanta says there are no opposites. You understand? So, there are no opposites. Advaita, no opposites technically speaking. Not two, but then it technically means no opposites. Higher is the deeper, deeper is the higher. The deeper you are as a person, higher you grow in life.
Correct.
The deeper you grow as a person, higher you are among the men. Are you understanding?
Yes.
So deeper is higher, higher is deeper, in the same fashion. Now what am I trying to tell you? How to approach? Meditation is about being. Do not do. People, they close their eyes and in there also they imagine. Now I am imagining Lord Shiva coming, I am imagining Jagan Mata coming, I am
Right.
imagining. Where are they coming from? They are not coming.
Is it just their imagination?
God doesn't come and go.
Okay.
God is. God is. Unfortunately, God cannot do anything. He is ease. He is. Now what I mean by English is, I don't know. You understand? Is. Hey. God exists. And that exists. Any meditation is about making you experience that. So how to experience supramentalization? You cannot on your own, because a mind which is trapped in the problems of the mind. Now I have problems. It has gravitated my attention there. Now I cannot come out of it. Are you understanding? So they go to a guru. And when you go to a guru, the supramental master, what he generally does is gives you Shaktipata, Pranapata, and Shivapata, and in that Shaktipata, Pranapata, Shivapata alignment, he gives you that inner awakening, that true potential experience. Now this experience, generally in meditations what happens is you close your eyes and you are doing something, you are imagining something, you are chanting some mantra, there is a process.
There are even rain sounds, foreign sounds as meditations.
All that. Say, if you close your eyes and imagine a film heroine also, you can imagine that she has come to you and said you are looking very handsome.
Okay.
So in the same fashion, if you imagine anything can happen over a period of time, mind will construct, mental constructs, they say. So if I imagine daily that somebody is coming and giving me $1 million, psychologists and spirituality even accepts that. If you long enough imagine that somebody coming to you and giving you $1 million, if you imagine, that also will become true. Because your mind has that much power that if you believe that gravity in the mind, then it will become a reality. Are you understanding? So going beyond spirituality or experiencing is not that. Because here the super mind, the infinite capability to descend in your finiteness.
Guruji, what is supermind?
Your own infinite potential is, I said no, you have to understand one thing. Your subconscious mind is running your body and your life.
Right.
Your mind is taking data. But the bioelectricity within you, for your understanding purposes I am saying, the bioelectricity within you is making your mind function. Make sense or no sense? Your bioelectricity is making your brain function, everything. You are that power. That is what they call it aparokshanubhuti. It is not physically present, but absolutely present. That which is not based on a material, but the source of all materials is there within you. All materials under the thought, the emotions, the body is there within you. That is what you are. Now when a guru makes you experience that inexplicable bliss of that being, there you have begun the process. So supramentalization, from the first meditation, what really happens is you experience that inexplicable, that which is practically perceptible but imperceptible. How? Like the happiness within you. It is, you feel happy, but I cannot, tangibly measure it. In the same fashion, when you experience your own, Guru makes you experience that, now that is the beginning. Slowly that manifests in your life. You do supramental meditations for a week, for 2 days, for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You experience that infinite potential or that capability, your life becoming better.
So does supramentalization meditation has to be done under the guidance of a guru?
100%. Okay. Why? Because as I keep saying this, a mind that has created a problem cannot solve its own self.
Right.
Am I clear with you? If your attention is gravitated towards somewhere, you yourself cannot bring it back. Are you understanding? You can sit here. No, every time I take this example, but still, you can sit here comfortably and if you have a snake around, you can sit comfortably and not. But once you look at the snake, you can't sit comfortable.
Correct.
Am I clear with you? In the same fashion, once your mind is gravitated towards chaos, you cannot find order there.
So that is where the guru is needed.
The guru is the most important. That is the reason why Sanatana Dharma insists more than God, guru is important. Why? God is you only. God, because fundamentally they say God created this universe. Out of whom? Out of God. Am I clear with you? Out of God, God created, manifested this universe.
But don't you think the guru culture in India today has been a very vague, and people do not take guru culture so seriously?
I feel people see what they want to see. You understand? So some people see people taking guru culture very seriously. Some people saying not seriously. You see what you want to see.
It's just a perceived value?
It's just a perceived value. There are people who take guru seriously. There are people who don't take it. Remember one thing.
Also, the guru culture has been taken for a very long time. You know, guru culture has also been known as a taboo, because it's always a conflict between, if I'm following a guru,
that's a political construct.
Yeah, and also the religious conflict happens when I follow a guru.
That's a political construct.
So is there a way to come out of this, or maybe it's just how it is and we just have to see the, you know, I don't have to think about the people, I just follow what I have to follow?
That's the path of leadership. People who bother about others. People who bother about the side effects. People who bother about the little chatter elsewhere. Can never focus on their life or on their work. So if you want to do your work, the only option is not focus on other distracting things, just focus on your work. In the same fashion, don't give more importance to the political stuff and give importance to your life. You is more important. Because these days, in the days of AI, in the days of everything, we have so much, we have to understand one thing. We have to realize one important realization or thing in our life. Every human being should realize, I am the greatest and the most important person in my life.
But that is very hard to believe in.
That is what, to train you, guru, you need a guru. Remember one thing, you believe that you are, it is difficult to make a unicorn. And, what is the point in there? Then nobody should start business.
Right.
The truth is, remember, the only way you experience a greater cognitive excellence in you is, you are the most important and the greatest person in your own life. You have to have that kind of a conviction, and you have to understand this. You for the society, but you are actually for you. When you develop that conviction and give you importance to yourself, then you will give importance to your life and your mind and your emotions, your cognition, everything. And when you do that only, you create leadership within you, you create excellence within you, create growth within you. It is difficult. So is creating a unicorn. So is creating abundance. So is creating anything. Remember one thing. To get some food on your plate, farmer has to work, traders have to trade.
Yes, there's a lot of cycles.
Lot of cycles.
Yeah.
Shit is easy. You finish your plate, next day morning, most probably, God bless you for that also, shit is easy. Remember, shit is the only easiest and autonomously produced thing in the world.
But people are so comfortable in shit.
No. We can't say that. Because you know what? People have this habit of blaming people.
Okay.
The truth is, self or spirituality always says this. People who find faults are able to find a fault because they cannot find a fault with themselves.
Okay.
Are you understanding? Unfortunately, my eyes can only see you, but cannot see its own self. Can you see your own eyes?
No.
Except in a mirror. So you can see, you cannot see your own eyes. In the same fashion, people are comfortable with it. I feel the whole world is paradise or the whole world is shit. Whatever it is the same. Remember, Advaita Vedanta says there are no opposites. What is a problem? Not having 1 lakh rupees is a problem for somebody. Not having 1,000 rupees is a problem for somebody. Example, money.
Right.
Not having $1 billion is a problem. Now sometimes a billionaire also needs $1 billion loan.
Correct.
Am I clear with you?
Yes.
Now I have 200 billion, but then I want loan. Now shit, everybody is in, paradise everybody in. You are, shit and paradise is only relative. What is truth? You and your cognitive ability. Your mind and cognition basically entails everything. Your nervous system, your brain, your body, everything. So you and your mind's efficiency to produce a great value in your life. Your ability to process, grasp, apply, and then get it in your life, manifest it in your life is the total cognitive algorithm. You and your cognitive algorithm is truth. Shit, people are comfortable with shit, saying that is shit.
Okay.
People are comfortable with paradise, saying that also is shit. What are people comfortable with? Everybody is comfortable with their own self. Are you understanding?
But don't you think being comfortable with themselves is a somewhere a roadblock for growth?
Correct. That is the trick, Maya. That is what the Sanatana Dharma says. When a computer is displaying something, a 5-year-old kid is happy about the display. The software programmer is proud about the software animation or the code. I guess animation is also some software thing, right?
Right.
So when He-Man in our childhood, when He-Man was playing in the TV, even now He-Man, you understand what I'm trying to say?
Right.
So any animation character, the kid is happy because he is finding a man flying entertainment. A software engineer is happy because he has coded well, and an entrepreneur is happy that he has connected the coder with the kid well. Am I clear with you? You decide in your life, you just want to be that kid who is happy with the things that are happening around. That is also good. You decide whether you just want to code your life, you want to design your life, or you want to control and design your life in such a fashion that you live for grandeur. There are all three kinds of people. And remember one thing, all three needs all three.
Correct.
So, no judging. No judging. And no judging, that is what the Sanatana Dharma says. Maya is created all. Universe and its flaws are created by God. God is the flaws. The flaw. You understand? God is the correct. God created. How do you know God created this universe? No, I don't know. But I know one thing. I exist. You also exist. As a feeling, I exist is there. Yes. Only when that I exist is there, the bioelectricity is there.
Yes.
Bioelectricity is creating all the thoughts, feelings and everything. The system is moving and that is creating life, thoughts, actions, repercussions, reservations. I exist. That I has created, that I exist has created everything in our life.
Absolutely.
For this life, that should be God. Debating there is a universal God or not, that's a later debate. Sanatana Dharma insists on this. That God is there or this, first to accept that this, there is I exist, feeling. A feeling, it's called Aham Spurana. I exist, I am. Am I clear with you? Once I am, then you question, what? Okay, boy. Okay, this, okay, that, okay, this, okay, that, I am this, I am that, okay, this. And then you create a chain of identities. But before, first I am. This I am has created this feeling, cognition, and that created bioelectricity, that created everything. So fundamentally, you accept you are the power or your thoughts. You are the power to create thoughts and emotions. Am I clear with you?
Yes.
That power for you should be God, for this system.
Right.
And that power should be synonymous or similar everywhere.
Can be.
Because you are, if you are not your thoughts, you are the power of your thoughts. I am also my power of thoughts.
Right.
Power of thoughts are same. Universally, ability to create, sustain and destroy is one only. I think you understand. How? And power to create within you is coming through your mind, but beyond that mind is the power to create the mind, thought. That power is universal. Are you understanding? Now you cannot believe that, but they say, I will train you over a period of time, but one thing you have to train. For you, you are God, yes or no? Yes. For you, you and the power to think. If that is there, only you can think. If the power to emote is there, only then your system is emoting. If your body is not there, even emotions cannot be created.
Correct.
Medical science accepts it. Am I clear with you? So, your brain, your emotions, your body, your liver, kidney, everything should exist, and a power to run all this, which they haven't yet figured out what it is, but that power should be there. Sanatana Dharma insists, at least accept that power is you, not this, because this remains here, that only goes and comes, no? So, that is the power. Are you understanding? First experience that power, automatically you will experience universal power. Because first cross your 10th, then you will get your degree.
Absolutely.
In the same fashion, now don't bother about God. That is the reason why God is not important, Guru is important. Because don't bother about whether God is there, which God, what God, how God will. God is there to help you. You are not there to help God. Am I
So
clear with
what
you?
is the role
you
of
are there to help yourself.
What is the role of a guru in one's life?
What is the role of a guru in one's life? It's always subjective, because what is the role of health in one's life? I don't want to be healthy. People, they are there who wantonly harm themselves. Yes. In the same fashion, doesn't matter. Remember one thing, value is infinite in life. You can only take to the extent your hands allow. You understand? So, what is the role of this in your life, a guru in life, or what is the role of a job in life? Value is there. You can only take to the extent your hands allow. In the same fashion, value is there. You can only take to the extent your mind allows.
So you say that supramental awakening has helped a lot of people, and I myself have experienced it very extensively. But how did supramentalization evolve, or maybe
it didn't evolve.
It stayed.
Supramentalization is from the Sanatana.
Okay.
They say the Sanatana Dharma insists supramentalization is that fundamental principle that created everything. So, all spiritual schools, all religions, everything came out of supramentalization only.
Okay.
Supramentalization fundamentally says this: who is God? God is that which do not have any source, but is the source of all. That is God. Now, that God invariably is existing everywhere, because the creator is manifested or reflected in the created. If you do a job, it is your job or not. People, musicians, the 7 notes are the same, but you play and then you show them, they will exactly identify who played it. For example, Hari Prasad Chaurasia's flute and somebody else's flute, it is the same flute sound for an untrained ear.
Correct.
But for a trained ear, they exactly identify, this is Hari Prasad Chaurasia.
That comes with the training.
No, that comes with identification. Trained ear, trained to identify, identification. In the same fashion, when you identify, you have to understand one thing. It is, the life is the same. Power to create, sustain and destroy without a source. That is creating this, because that is pervading everywhere. And that is exactly supramind. Are you understand? Supramind, the highest of the highest is that. Whatever is that. Now that is not defined, cannot be defined. Are you understanding? That. This process of supramentalization also is given by that only, through that only, and that is a natural phenomenon opening. Our rishis, maharshis and ancient masters experienced it. That is the reason this great spiritual lineage happened. Where Brahma Vidyam Tasyam Ramyate iti Bharata happened. A place where everybody is experiencing their own infinite potential, enjoying, expressing their infinite potential in their life, and thus creating a land of abundance. Is Bharat.
That's beautifully put.
So, where is the source of spirituality or supramentalization?
So, as a spiritual guru, what do you prefer? Socialism or what do you say?
I prefer selfism.
What is selfism?
Everybody bother about their own self, give more importance to their own, not mind and emotions, their self, their capability, their cognition, their I exist. There is a goodness, good value within me. Now, if I am doing bad, it's creating problem. If I do this, over a period, see, if I hurt you, over a period of time, I can get hurt. Are you understanding? If you are hurting me, I have to protect myself. If I hurt you, over a period of time, I don't hurt. I get hurt, so I don't hurt. Am I clear with you? Why am I doing this? Because I am mindful of my benefit. I sometimes hurt you because I ignore the fact that I can get hurt. Only then I will commit a crime. A person will commit a crime, say I harm people and then go to jail. Police will catch me and I will go to jail. Possible? Impossible?
Possible.
Why is that happening? Because at that moment I ignored myself, my benefit. Or I thought I can, circumvent a judicial system and all, so I will commit the crime and I will not go there. But somehow here or there, every action has got equal and opposite reaction.
Correct.
So mind your actions with your benefit in mind. And when everybody works for their self, for enhancing their own cognitive algorithm and live their life to be their own best, societies are always created best. Sanatana Dharma societies were always individuals working to be their own best for their own ultimate best, which is being comfortable or complementing, coordinating with surrounding situations. Are you understanding? So, when I help work for the society, knowing that it is for me, for my ultimate good, and I be my best, the society is taken care of. I, as a guru, I don't take socialism, capitalism, communism, all these isms are actually political stuff which I am not involved in. Remember one thing, all isms should be serving you. You should not be serving any ism.
That's so beautifully put out again. Thank you so much, Guruji. Thank you for this valuable session.
God bless you.